Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. Welcome back to another Clearmud live stream. How's everyone doing today? Let's see how this is doing. This is looking good. Yeah, today I decided we're just going to jump between Hermes Agent and OpenClaw. Evening, welcome back to another Clearmud live stream. How's All right, we are live. We are good. Why isn't that working? Interesting. Let me restart this chat because... Afternoon, Mr. Baker. I see your comment on YouTube, but I'm unable to pin it. Just gotta restart this app here. Do a quick test. Okay, we're good. How's your Hermes Agent dashboard looking now? I gotta say, I love this built-in chat feature. I've also taken the time to incorporate it into Product OS to see how it feels. Originally, I had the whole dashboard linked here, but I decided to make it only the chat, and it has full functionality as if I were on the dashboard. It just has this weird bug where it has persistent memory, which is great, so I can navigate back and forth, but it creates these extra lines every time I navigate back and forth. But he works. It's awesome. It's pretty slick. To you through product OS chat module. Persistent memory works, but I experience this weird bug where if I navigate elsewhere, then come back, it shows a bunch of lines. The only like gripe I would say I have is you can't attach images into, at least not yet, right? I can't drag an image into the main dashboard chat, nor this chat. We'll share screenshot on Discord since I can't drag and drop images onto this TUI chat. Yeah, it doesn't happen in the dashboard itself, right? It only happens in this little custom built solution I built to stay within one dashboard. Had to fix something there. Nice. Hey, I mean, busy Friday. Nice. Very nice. Let's go and see. So I went ahead and started a new chat with Neo since I can attach images here. And we'll see what happens. See what he finds. See if we can't fix that weird bug. Yo, what's up, Derek? How you doing today? Happy Friday. Welcome back. Yeah, today we're vibing. We're vibing. Also, I'm going to mention this at the end of the stream, but I might as well mention it now as well. Next week, I had to schedule an appointment for Tuesday morning, as well as I'm filling up the Thursday. So I'm going to have to go back to the old format next week. As much as I love streaming every day, the reality is I got a lot to take care of since I've gotten back. And there's one thing I hate passionately is traffic. And I refuse to schedule things late in the afternoon because that means I deal with Bay Area traffic. And I just refuse to. So I got to schedule some things between that 9 to 11 a.m. Time frame. And I picked Tuesday and Thursday to do that next week because, well, you know, those are the best days to handle them. I don't have to deal with that first day of the week traffic, last day of the week traffic. I'd rather just be here at the studio chilling with you guys and girls. So yeah, next week we're going back to Monday, Wednesday, Friday just for the week, and then we'll continue on every day the following week. Unless, of course, I have to schedule out that next week. It's just the reality. Yo, what's up, Sharma? But the long forms will continue to post on Saturday and Sunday through the end of the month. I want to just do a test, right, for those long forms to see how they perform. Going to be spending the evening working out what features I want in the dashboard that Hermes doesn't already have. Nice. Yeah, I think there's also a great opportunity to create custom plugins and either sell the personalization of those plugins or sell the plugins themselves for certain industries. Ideally, you would want it open source, but personalizing those modules, I think, is where the money's at if you were to monetize. Got a few things going on today, catching up some office work while I got a minute. Been doing a site for Sun and his collection, working on my clipped app for YouTube, content pulling. Nice, nice. Sounds like a busy day. Yeah. It's, I'm gonna see if we can't fix it here. See what happens. I did optimize Muddy OS. Just my OpenClaw setup in general. Let's see where we're at. Looks like he's still working. Oh, this looks like an update from some crons that are in place. Where's that as well? That's right. I did a cron audit late last night just to see. I did end up updating to 5.12. I noticed I had to work with Muddy out of the TUI on my VM to get it working. But essentially the way the chat works, there's like a version 4 now that you have to update. So if you created any custom chat solutions, or the dashboard for that matter, the resolution is just going within the TUI mentioning, hey, I can't get into OpenClaw dashboard. I can't chat with you there. I can't chat with you through my custom chat that we built via WebSocket. Please look into this. It'll discover it. I also reference docs.openclaw.ai. And you fix the issue rather quickly. So I noticed a weird little glitch this morning. So I prompted him way back up here. Where is it? And then he did restart the gateway. Let's have him look into the plugins, shall we? Where you at, Lobster? Am I blind? Could have sworn it was right there. Alright, we'll just search it. Alright, I want you to look into this plugin and see how we could utilize it, if we can utilize it. Okay. That must have been my persistent memory request that is causing that, because when I originally incorporated this into Product OS, every time I popped into chat or popped away and popped into chat, it would have to reload chat essentially. Interesting. Let's do a hard refresh there. Let's do a hard refresh here. And you see here, when I do a hard refresh on the Product OS, it does have to load this from scratch again. I wanted persistent memory. That way, if I'm working on a task, or a module or something for that matter, like it remembers where we're at. Oh, it looks like actually... No, it's back. Okay. Seems like, is it the more places I click? Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's not correlated to that. Interesting. Looks like we have a bit of... Just give him a simple ping, see if he responds. I had to tell my Hermes agent off for restarting the dashboard service every time it made a change. Its reply was noted. I will stop treating the dashboard like a light switch. Made me chuckle. How are we looking there? Yabba dabba doo. It's good, Rue. Doing well. How you doing today? Today we just vibing. We're vibing between Hermes Agent and Muddy OS. Dialing in Muddy OS because it honestly has been a little inconsistent. All the automations are working great. It's just the chat features. See how it's kind of delayed as well. Hey, that's awesome. That's important right there. One of the most important things. Let's actually move that off. We can move that off. And we'll wait for Hermes to finish up while I do something off screen here. So in the meantime, I want to revisit Razmike's video. I think it's actually, we could just go to Watermelon and Colts. I want to find some components for this partner portal. I think it was Watermelon I wanted. Not sure how that would. You know, with all of the work I've done with different systems for other people, including myself, right? Including testing Hermes and testing OpenClaw, I'm finally building my personal one, and I've had so much fun. Now, for my personal side of life, I am choosing OpenClaw over Hermes. Because I like it more as a personal assistant than I do Hermes. This is no shade on Hermes. Hermes has its use cases, it has its strengths, right? But I just like OpenClaw better when it comes to that of a personal assistant. So sad day, I think my OC box is out of memory. Probably needs a restart. Won't be able to get to it until Monday. Ooh, no. Is your OC box operating off of Ubuntu server or some type of desktop? I would say set up, as long as your Google account is secure and you're confident in your password and it's not too easy to guess, use a quick and easy solution that's free is Chrome Remote Desktop. Just install it on both sides. Say you'd like to host that machine across your Google account, and you can just honestly reboot it from anywhere, right? You can at least tunnel into it. But again, this depends on the security of your Google account. kind of like that. Not exactly, but the idea of that disclosure. Oh, yeah. Yeah. That's one of those unique cases. How you doing, Neo? Let's go check back in with Muddy. Yeah, I'm chatting with Muddy through Telegram right now as well. Because yesterday I was out and about, what, 7.5 hours? Played chauffeur and taking care of some errands. And obviously I didn't bring my laptop with me, so I was working off of my mobile. And I was chatting with all my agents through Telegram or Discord. So gotta say, I love having those channels available to me. I'd like to test Lobster, but we gotta dial this in first. So let's wait for this session to get back to me. I should be able to honestly find that in here. No? Where is it? Yeah, it's not even showing up as a session in this list. Usually shows the Telegram, then the ID, but I don't see it. Yeah. Essentially just waiting now. Alright, so let's do hard refresh. Just had the gateway restart. New session. This goes here as well. Yo, what's up, Maestro? Welcome back. Nice. I mean, above all, be careful when driving. That's above all. I haven't personally tried to do this, so can't give any advice on that, but I can try to help. Right. Yo, I'm here. All right. I mean, let's test its reliability now. Let's see. Please look into this plugin and see if we can utilize it for some of our workflows. If not all, keep in mind, we should always test one first before applying anything system-wide. Let's see where Hermes is at here. Handled what I fixed, added active inactive tracking for the persistent chat terminal. Okay, the bug is from, yep, PTI keeps running. All right, I mean, let's test it, shall we? Hard refresh, go into that chat. Hey, yo. Now, first, I'm just gonna do this, and we'll do this. Still happens. Same issue. So that's not the main. All right, I mean, apparently he's still working, so we'll wait. Let's go back to, so marketing and landing, guided experiences. Kind of already have that incorporated. Nope, sign out. Having an issue where I'm trying to test with a dummy secondary Google Auth account. But my admin Google account is automatically logging in each time. Is there a way to make sure that it prompts us for a new email address every time we continue with Google here, just for the sake of testing? All right. Now, I'm also going to continue working on this portal because we are looking for components to optimize it as well. Oh man, I really like that, but there's no need for that. I think if anything, the instructions. Thinking it's the forms that we're going to need the most. So, sortable list, toolbar expandable. Might need to go revisit Kibo here. Components, forms. Yes, we do need an upload drop zone for sure. Oh, why is that trying to open something? Oh, because I clicked the... Neo's still working. Let's go back to Muddy. All right, Muddy appears to be working again, so let's test him here and see if he's reliable through our custom chat, that is. I feel like this would be great for inbound leads, like going back and forth until, of course, it requires a human to interact. That might be a good use case to test that. As soon as I launch this portal, I'm going to be creating a few crons, a few skills to ensure that, you know, inbound leads are properly categorized based off of this insane amount of data that I fed it as far as how I like to respond naturally. But I guess I can also use this for our long form videos after they post, because we have like a 3-step cron. Originally, I had one cron doing so many steps, but I found the most reliable approach was having a parent cron with a skill that first does the video to social command, right? So it analyzes a long form video about 24 hours after it's posted. It then generates copy across all socials based off of, you know, what I built in Clearmud OS. But then applying those outputs, I created individual crons that happened 15-20 minutes after that first one. I feel like this would be a good use case to test Lobster as well. Interesting. Ooh, okay. Yep. Yep, it was literally thinking to like what I was thinking of. I didn't think about the PM board, to be honest. Yeah, so I think definitely that blog and content pipeline. Right? And you're referencing the one where we have a parent cron and skill that will 24 hours after a long form video is posted, it will run our video to social or / generate command in Clearmud OS. And then it will take that copy and apply it. So blog is one thing, Substack's the other. We have other pieces of copy, but we're trying not to be repetitive across socials. This is also something on my list to take a new approach across each distribution channel. So I think add that to the list for tomorrow for a Saturday vision check. Yeah, let's pilot. What do you think about piloting that workflow first? you seen this in Codex? It popped up on mine, introducing fast mode. Interesting. I have not seen that yet, no. But given my experience with fast mode on Claude, I just haven't even tried it. What are you talking about? Are you talking about your in-car stream? Ooh, I love that. Yeah, I put it together. I thought it was maybe something on screen for a second. Neo's still working. Let's go check Codex. All right. All right. Now, I feel like this needs a refresh, so maybe even this and this. I feel like we can get a better list view. Maybe turn these into accordions. These into accordions as well. Rate card and integrated mention. Okay. Is Whisperflow closed? Why isn't my keybind working? Weird. All right, so for both the rate card and terms and criteria, you know, in the phase 1 dashboard, the landing page style dashboard, I want to turn those options into accordion dropdowns to kind of simplify the view, but then allowing people to then learn more about that particular integration or terms and criteria. I have some components I have in mind, so I'm going to attach those in a link shortly after this. This I need to save for part of the onboarding, so let's duplicate that. And no, that's more of a pin. These are straight up tables. This might work. We might have to use those. Let's go check out these accordions first. Where are they? I gotta say, I don't like how Colt UI has this organized here. There's gotta be a search feature, right? 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 Come on. But am I not spelling accordion correctly? I guess there's no search feature. That is interesting. I'll just search the page. No accordion found. Interesting. Yeah, sometimes that's the next best bet. My Hermes agent on an Ubuntu computer running comfy UI workflows. He's generated a 6.5 minute long with a step and took it. Generated images, used the image and blended FFmpeg into a music video. Nice. A step and Z image dictating. Please share in the Discord if you're willing. I'd love to see the output that your agent gives there. All right, I guess we're gonna test with this accordion. Instead of grabbing the code, I'll just let the agent grab the code for us. But let's go back up here to components, because maybe, just maybe, I know it's minor, but I kind of want one without the arrows. I want it to be intuitive. Yeah, let's just feed it to Codex for now and see what it does. Make sure we keep the accordion full width for the split columns that we have in half, right? So make sure you don't make them too narrow. And I think what you should do for the accordion, for the line, you have, you know, that header text, for example, dedicated video, and then you start to type on that accordion collapsed viewpoint, like a full creator-led integration, ... And then that should intuitively encourage the viewer to click that row to expand things down. I think the price should also be hidden at first, forcing them to expand down. Let's try that first. All right, let's go back to Neo, handle the second layer, root cause. Why am I fixed it and clear the screenshot? I'm worried about this, right? Because it's changing core files for the Hermes agent and it's not within product OS. That future updates might revert these. Whatever, we'll test. We'll run into that problem when it happens. Still an issue. It's intermittent now. So I tab once, go back. Oh no, it's pretty consistent. Yeah, so my initial test is the bug still appears after one tab out, tab in. But after the second tab out, tab in, it removed those duplicate lines. But then I kept tabbing in and out just to test, and it's still very buggy with the same symptoms. Definitely a lot cleaner with less spaces, but we're still seeing those duplicate lines. Let's go back to Muddy. Yeah, and just to be clear, right? Lobster wouldn't take over the duties of our / commands, which are still called by Claude code in the CLI, right? Because of our REST API solution. I want to make sure that Lobster doesn't try to do the work and guess, that it just follows instructions. Yeah, because it's a matter of time, right? Like it's bound to happen. I've thought about this quite a bit, like making sure that I don't change any core files, because at first I tried to, and I realized it's a recipe for disaster and redoing a lot of work. Oh, that's actually a great idea right there. All right, we're gonna let them work. We're gonna go back to Codex. Okay, this is a little better. Not ideal. Not ideal though. Not ideal. But you know, also it might not be done, so I need to wait. All right. All right, so let's go back to the drawing board here. Not a bad first pass, but I'm going to link something here. Use accordion number 3. And for the rate card, for example, you have that second line, or rather the subtext, in 2 lines. I think we should force 1 line only. And if the text exceeds the line, you just ... encouraging people to click that row. Let's also remove the arrows. And add some icons to the left of the title. For the sake of the rate card, just go with whatever icon you think is best. I think for the dedicated video, we do like a lucid icon, obviously for a camera, integrated mention, like a chat feature, the boot camp. I'll let you decide which one's best. For the terms and criteria for payment, performance, etc., we should just have the title of the particular term, and then the user's supposed to click and then view the specific criteria for that term, or, you know, for that title, rather. I'm also seeing, right, like the accordion right now, you include the subtext, but it's just repeating. When I drop down, it's just repeating the subtext. So we want to clean that up a bit. And let's also use accordion number 3, and then use relatable lucid icons for those as well. Remove the arrows as well. Okay, let that finish up, and then we'll work on that onboarding a little bit. Let's go back to Muddy. All right, looks like Muddy is working again. I love it. It's consistent. He's reliable, at least for the past 20 minutes. Yeah, and I mean, couldn't we use the skill that we have tied with the cron to serve as Lobster's kind of SOP, right? Like, we did all this work pairing crons and skills. This is also something I'm trying to understand a little bit better. It's like our approach with a cron plus skill combo. Is Lobster even needed? Do you think Lobster would do a better job? All right. Nice. Looks good. Where is it? Let's make that cubed. Nice. Yo, what's up, Ankitra? Yeah, TLDR, I'm just working between Hermes Agent, my personal Hermes Agent dashboards, and Muddy OS. Getting work done. We're testing a new plugin called Lobster. Well, rather, let me rephrase that. It's not new, but it's a plugin for OpenClaw called Lobster. Right now I'm just trying to see where it fits in, see what automation we can tie to it. And I'm just going back and forth with my agents, just talking off screen. I am working on my personal OpenClaw when there's some downtime. And then last but not least, we're working out of the Codex app. So it's a multitasking type of day. We're just vibing. We're just building. I'm building out this partner portal. Not for you guys, right? Unless you're a brand wanting to work with me. And we're just kind of optimizing it a little bit, working with different components. And yeah, that's the TLDR. So it's just more about, you can see how I just talk to my agents raw. We're not building any new agent teams today. I do have some plans for this fresh deployment here, as well as some new VMs I've spun up. I put the new server on hold because that RAID is dead. I also broke the VGA port on the motherboard. I must have broken it a long time ago because I just couldn't get it to come up. So I gotta troubleshoot that. And replace the right hard drive in that array. And as soon as I get that online, then we're going to be migrating. And that's, as soon as that's online, then we'll schedule the next bootcamp where we build out a project manager, agent and sub-agents for an actual use case, not just a demo. I'm actually going to use the system for something specific. So I think that'll be super valuable, but stay tuned for that one. Today, we're just vibing. All right, why did I go in there? But hey, it's good to see that everything's synchronized. I love it. Wonderful. Okay. I like this. All right, let's install that plugin then, and let's apply it to that long form content workflow, right? The generate long form, you know, via video to social, blog post plus Substack for now. Keep it with those two, and then we'll test this week and next week and see how it goes. It's a very old micro ATX server. Very old. I don't want to upgrade it because upgrading it requires me to buy, you know, new aged RAM, and everything is just so damn expensive right now. I do not have the budget to spend that right now. So, excuse me. But yeah, I know. Like, this monitor doesn't have the port. The monitor behind me doesn't have a VGA port. I had to pull one out of the garage just to try to test it. And then come to find out, the port's very loose, so I must have applied too much pressure many years back. But I did find some DDR3 memory on eBay at a very good cost, so I maxed out memory on that. That thing will run like at least 4 solid multi-agent systems with ease, reliably. It's just there's no video on it, right? But luckily I can still access it via VMware vSphere, right? Because it has VMware ESXi installed on it. But when I was deploying a VM, when I initially got it up and running, and updated the memory, the RAID just started beeping, right? It's just one static boop, and I'm like, damn it. And you can see the RAID controller with a red light. So I shut it off, and now I'm just trying to see the screen when it boots up, because it's not as much as I'd love to, you know, throw in. It does have an X8 PCI slot, so it's not your standard X16, so I can't just grab a video card from that PC. I have to order one special, or a riser card for that matter. But the problem is I have an independent RAID controller in that PCIe X8 slot. So I take out the RAID controller, I get video, but then I can't boot into the RAID controller to see, you know, it's not, I don't depend on RAID on board, because it's, you know, if that motherboard ever becomes unavailable, then your RAID's dead, right? So I like using my own RAID controller card so that I could just take that, put it into another system and not lose any data, right? But, you know, now I'm kind of leaning towards, I might just buy a replacement mini ATX board for that. I can find them used on eBay for about $300. How reliable they're going to be, I don't know, but that thing is over 10 years old and it's still reliable. It's still fast. It still runs. It's just the RAID's starting to go out after, you know, over 10 years. So yeah. Rant off. Yes. VGA sounds obsolete. Yes. It's very old. Ooh, it was almost working. Almost perfect. I mean, listen, it doesn't hinder progress. It's just a visual tweak. They must be. Oh yeah, this is the move. This is definitely the move. Yeah, I know my router and that PoE switch support it, but I haven't fully migrated to 10 gigabit because all of the devices primarily. Plus, listen, I don't have an unlimited budget. As you know, I don't charge for what I do here. So I can't just go out and spend, you know, money like that on new hardware. I'm building up a war chest first. We're working our way up to that point to where we can start, you know, buying more toys to experiment with. Hey, JF, thank you. Glad you like it. I made those myself. And when I say I made those myself, I used producer.ai. Alright, let's go check out Codex here, shall we? Hard refresh. Alright, for the terms and criteria accordions, there's too much empty space. You want to make sure that the icon is just as tall as the title itself, and make those rows slimmer, because there's a ton of empty space on that right column that we can clean up. You know what? On second thought, put the price tag for the rate card side on the top right on the same line as dedicated video, for example. And then the same approach for the rate card. I think in this particular case, maybe increase the icons slightly. But I don't like how the icon is one size and the text expands, kind of overlapping that icon. Let me know if you have any questions. Oh yeah, pipeline up here. I feel like we can improve this as well. So I'm gonna use a quick bio break. BRB. I mean, it is trying to fix itself. So far, so good. Let's see if we have good history here. I'm not sure if you want me to do with ASD. Nah, I'm just testing your chat on Product OS. I mean, it did resolve itself up here. It's a very minor bug. I mean, I'm not going to spend too much more time on it. Oh, let's go check on Muddy, actually. Ooh. Why am I seeing a lot of gateway restarts occurring? Did you trigger that last one, or did that happen through an error? Because it looks like you stopped doing the work you were doing. To try to find some type of timeline. How would a Kanban look there? That'd be unique. So I want to add that, duplicate, because I do want to add that into the onboarding form. Oh, we don't need any of that. All right, we've talked about that. Stop telling me it's on you. I know it's on you. No shit. What are you doing to fix it? Sometimes I give it a little attitude. Sometimes you have to. Interesting. Very interesting. I feel like this could be, see how this tooltip looks first. I think this should be full width, if anything. Yeah, maybe even make that sticky. Well, now, I didn't tell you to disable it, did I? I was asking you why you didn't close the loop after the gateway rebooted. That's what I was referencing. Ooh, I like that. It's much better. Now, I think the valid... Is that how you spell valid? I don't know why that looks so weird to me. Yeah, that's how you spell valid. Okay. Let's, I'm not gonna prompt all that. Let's make that valid tooltip green. And then for bootcamp featured sponsor, I mean, what's included? Series lock? That's not included. That's an option. I think we should do a bootcamp series special and then just mark the price. So we can add a fourth option on the rate card just to kind of fill out that empty space for now until I replace it with something else. All right, and This is for the form. Let's grab some buttons, shall we? That's actually a cool icon more than anything. I don't really care about that being a button. Shimmer, huh? Ooh, that's a really cool for a specific use case. I also like the idea of, so the submit sponsor request in the terms and criteria column, let's remove that and add a last row with just a full width button from left to right, matching the alignment of the containers above it. And then apply this styling to both buttons, please. Keep our brand color. Yeah, I like that. Man, I really want to find a use case for this. I really love this. This is really cool. I think I know where to apply that. Might not be a Clearmud thing though. Now I'm curious. Did it do more work, or did we just say we're satisfied with it? Right? I like that. I want to give this a little bit of oomph, you know what I mean? So let me revisit. Raz Mike is always dropping the dopest component videos. What was that one site that, no, dot matrix is, I think it was this one that had some good ones. Showcase card. I mean, that's kind of cool, kind of necessary for what I want in there. Yeah, I don't think it was this one. Maybe it was this one here. Want a timeline, please. It's actually very clean, cool looking. I mean, these are great hero header backgrounds for depending on your app or your idea. Definitely very techie vibes here. Interesting. Huh. Are these going to be the new Lucid icons? Curious. How do I view the whole library? Am I blind? Guess I'll open in Figma. I don't want to have to download anything. I just want to view it like a... do not have an account. I know I can create one. All right, fine. I'll come back to that. That's interesting. So it's not that one. Was it Skipper? Wasn't that one either. Yeah. Oh, you're still working, huh? Oh, I make it myself. What's up, Level Up? I made it through what was originally producer.ai. Now it's called Flow Music. But I made my own beats because there's no copyright issues with these. I should take the time to make some fresh ones, but I have a big enough loop here to where they're different enough, you know? And I do have different playlists. We can go try a different one. Go to chill and jazz. I could go very EDM, very upbeat, but we're chilling, we're vibing. That's what these beats reflect, you know? All right, good. Thank you for the clarification. Yeah, let's go ahead and continue the work of applying the Lobster workflow to the, or that Lobster plugin to that particular workflow where we generate content from long form videos through Clearmud OS. That whole workflow, that's that cron plus skill combo. Please and thank you. All right. I don't know, part of me kind of likes the idea of incorporating a Kanban board here. Because for any like creative director of marketing or pretty much any potential partner or sponsor, they natively work out of Kanban boards. Everybody works out of a Kanban board for the most part. So it might be a nice visual touch, obviously not allowing them to be drag and droppable. But maybe that's the move for this. Maybe that's a unique little, it's kind of growing on me. So let's try it, shall we? Yeah, we'll try it. Something a little unique. All right, and there's something unique I want to try for the phase 1 header, right? That shows our timeline of approve, analyze, proposal, drafting, and post. I kind of want to replicate a Kanban board. Obviously, we don't want the modules to be drag and droppable from one column to the next. This is just visually showing our process in a Kanban board view, essentially targeting the types of professionals who use them on a daily basis. I don't know. We might trash the idea. I want to see how it looks. So I hope that's enough context for you to apply the Kanban board styling to our pipeline example in that hero header. Let me know if you have any questions. Here's a reference to some components that I really love. All right, add that in there. Yeah, product OS kind of... Ooh, we can't scroll on chat, can we? Has persistent memory. Did I have to click on? No, we can't scroll up. Hey, one thing I'm noticing on product OS, you know, our iframe into the... Oh, is it because you were still mid-session? I'm just gonna wait. No, I feel like I don't have a long session open right here, so I can't test it. But you know what? It looks like that problem is fixed, which is awesome. Look at that. I still don't like this empty space up here. It'll be okay for now, but I do want to improve that. We'll go point of view here as well. I'm also thinking in the near future, we're just going to do some straight up silent lives where we just vibe. I don't talk. I think that's more for when I really want to get some work done. Try mouse roll. Is this an effect? What do you mean try mouse roll? You mean my mouse wheel? Yeah, I've been definitely. Oh, okay, so it's not just a me thing. I thought it was just a me thing of me trying to access it, you know, what we've built here in Product OS. So that's why I'm testing first. Let's see how this goes. I gotta say, no more bug though. This is looking pretty slick. Now, next up, the next thing I would want to do here is as I navigate through the rest of the OS, it turns into a chat bubble here, like I did with Muddy OS. And it resizes this to be more responsive and more, you know, obviously a resizable chat bubble. That's step 2, because then I can real-time chat with them throughout the OS. Yeah, mine's not, sadly. And I'm pretty sure, like, if I go, well, this is also a fresh session, but you can see the slight, it does work, right? So yeah, I'm trying to avoid doing that right now mid-session. I want it to finish its work. So that's why I'm not testing from that perspective yet. Interesting. I mean, it's kind of cool. It's kind of cool. I don't know how I feel about it, though. I don't know how I feel about this, though. It looks cool. But this just looks cool to me, right? I might honestly keep it though. I feel like there's too many borders here though, so that's the only thing I would optimize. I mean, it's just replicating what I gave it. All right, I'm not mad at it. I'm not. I kind of like it. However, the screenshot I provided, I'm just focusing on this first column, but we should apply this across all the columns. You see how there's just too many borders, there's too many lines. I'm wondering if we could remove the border of, for example, budget confirmed, right? The Kanban module below the first column, and you would do this across all the columns, of course, but make that full width instead of having that double border there. Maybe that would make this entire pipeline look a little bit cleaner. I feel like these should be numbered. Remove the numbers here. Maybe color code those there instead. Kind of like it though. Nice. Also, I think across our whole partner portal, we need to have a global footer, just like we have that global nav header. And go check out clearmud.ai and just replicate the styling of that footer and the sitemap as well. Because I want this to feel like we're on the same website, even though we're not, right? Let's go back to Hermes, see how it's doing. All right, QA's done. Noticing the bugs are fixed. However, I can't scroll up in the module chat. I don't want to hard refresh to end this session. Also, all of this work you've done to dial in the chat module on product OS. I noticed sometimes you altered your core Hermes dashboard files. Concerned. Problems and additional repetitive work down the road when the Hermes dashboard updates. Thoughts? Did you make significant changes to where this would occur? And I'll wait to send that. Actually, I'll just send it now. Love this. Look at that. Looks much better now. I think adding a divider Yeah, so for the Kanban board, you did improve it. However, now it just feels like the title of that column blends in with the module itself. So I'm wondering if you could... What's the best approach here? Try first creating a divider that touches the left and right borders of each column below the title of each column. Does that make sense? Additionally, I think instead of having the icon there, it should just be the number. So for approve, instead of having a $sign, just put a 1. For column 2, column 3, and so forth, same thing. And then those blue dots that you have, I guess just leave them for now, but maybe color code them pertaining to that step in the pipeline. I can give you specific colors per column if you'd like, but those are all the notes I have for now. Please and thank you. Look at that, nice. Ooh. How come I'm just seeing this now? I haven't tested. It's like out of sight down here. Interesting. Interesting. I don't know if I like that at all. Might have to move that for sure up to the top. We'll leave it there for now. Yeah, Mr. Baker, that's exactly what I was worried about. But you know what? We're experimenting here, so we're just going to leave all these changes as is. Whoa, now. All right, good stuff. So, I mean, this is just a matter of checking in with you on Sunday and Monday to see if they run. Is there a way to visualize the work that Lobster's doing? Maybe there's a new tab we can incorporate into Muddy OS, or new modules we can incorporate into existing tabs to visualize the work. Otherwise, I guess it's worth the test. All right, so you have two dots. You have a dot in the top row, and then you have a dot below the divider. Remove the dots below the dividers, and then correlate the badge indicating no payment, fit check, 50% trigger, etc., with the dot color in the title of that column. I think would be a nice touch. And yeah, that's all the notes I have for now. Let me let this resonate and kind of marinate here with me, and I'll come back at you with some updates. I guess that's next up is, no, I would not call it resolve. Fix it. Also, let's add a floating chat bubble that serves as a way for me to view this module. Resizable, of course, throughout the rest of product OS. I hope I gave it enough context. I hope this stays the same. Leave this module as it is. Chat bubble should not be visible here, only when we tab out. All right, let's see how it does. It should be persistent, just like this TUI module. All right, leave approve sky blue. Let's turn analyze into kind of like a purple. Let's do proposal into yellow, drafting into orange, and then post leave it as green. Excuse me. I just updated you to 5.12, and looks like our OpenClaw dashboard is inaccessible. Protocol mismatch. Please look into what's causing this, fix it, so we can start chatting again on my host PC, please and thank you. Telegram should still be good on this personal bot. No, something went wrong. So something's going wrong across all of them, huh? Let me move this over. Going to that TUI. And switching from the OpenAI Codex to OpenAI model names in this update. Fortunately, Doctor came to the rec scene. Nice, nice. I don't know, these colors feel distracting now. But I'm gonna let this sit. Okay, it's a small MuddyOS module that reads Lobster pilot state from our local files in crons and shows enabled workflow, last smoke, pre-flight result, next run, approval state, and rollback path. I'll check the existing MuddyOS dashboard structure. Great, great. So brain automations. Let's go view it, shall we? Lobster workflows, huh? So it's just one big ass module for the whole workflow. Got it. Might have to turn that into accordion menu if this works out, you know, or an accordion table. We'll leave this since we're just testing one for now, but cool. Oh, okay, that confused me. I just didn't read carefully. So the original generate cron is paused. Cool. Let's go check Hermes. Still working. What's weird is I just updated my personal OC bot and it says he's running, but he's just inaccessible altogether. TY isn't working either. OpenClaw status. Huh. Says everything's working, everything's on. Yeah, nothing. So I guess we can try. I think that's the same one. Let's go check. All right, now I do have to do a hard refresh on this. Okay, kind of cut off. Yeah, it's cut off. Interesting. Ooh, definitely a weird bug. Yeah, so the floating chat bubble, it comes up, but it doesn't readjust the TUI. It's not responsive, so it's only showing me the right-hand side of the chat. Additionally, when I X out of the floating chat bubble, it still shows as if it's up, but it removes the border. When I go into the TUI, I can scroll up now, which is great, but floating chat bubble is still very, very buggy. And I think instead of having this badge that you used, use our logo, the P, and just have it floating in the bottom right-hand side corner for now. What's up, JWRK? For what exactly? I'm jumping around a lot of things, so I'm not sure which one you saw. All right, so this is all set. We're gonna wait for these automations to run this weekend. After I post those long form videos, they kick off 24 hours after, so we'll have one running Sunday, one running Monday. So for Monday's live stream, we'll be able to test Lobster's effectiveness, essentially, and kind of see the workflow. I mean, it's persistent across it. It's just not being responsive here, which, and then it leaves that buggy window there. But what's cool is it's persistent. It's showing that bug again, though. Come on. Oh, our dashboard's back online. Wonderful. For my personal bot. What did I do? I walked... Oh, I just did a... So for anybody running into that weird issue, updating from 5.7 to 5.12, all of my chats essentially went rogue. Let's go you live, yo. Just make sure Telegram's working. Should be good. I just did an OpenClaw doctor -- fix to force the fix. What did it find? Okay. Installed missing configured plugin from Codex, but it wasn't a Codex related error. Yeah, that's weird. But it is working again, so wonderful. Waiting for this to finish up here. I guess we can continue working on this onboarding just a little bit more. I feel like I want to improve all this. But let's go to the form. I think we should have an upload assets here. Yeah. I think that's the move. Oh, the one with Hermes? Yeah, so this is Product OS dashboard that I'm building out just for my own internal ops for my Hermes multi-agent team. The ops module is more so a direct reflection of the Hermes dashboard with all of its options. But, you know, I discovered that we can incorporate the chat tab within the built-in Hermes dashboard. And I was like, oh, that is actually really slick. Let me try incorporating it as a module into my custom OS that I'm building out. This is still very much a work in progress, right? We're just dialing the chat feature in now. But this is essentially going to be my OS and my multi-agent team that handles all revenue-generating products and projects for the Clearmud brand, essentially. Anything front-facing, this team, this dashboard is going to handle it. Whereas with my OpenClaw multi-agent team, I built out MuddyOS many moons ago now at this point, and I just continue to optimize it. But this handles my internal day-to-day content creation, automations, you know, that help internally the brand. And then my multi-agent team that's focused on the Clearmud brand internally, right? But using Hermes to build out that front-facing side. And right now we're just kind of testing the capabilities of, like, I really wanted to recreate what I made in MuddyOS, where no matter where I am in my OS, I can then have this floating chat bubble that pops up that I can then chat with the main session, right? So I'm doing the same thing on Product OS right now. So that as I start navigating and spend more time in ops or each individual project or product for that matter, I can then click this chat bubble here and chat with them with the same stream, with the same persistent memory. But it's a little buggy right now, so we're working through it. Let's see. Might have to do a hard refresh to clear this session. All right. I mean, let's test it. Let's do a hard refresh. It didn't listen to me when I said, ooh, look at that. It does resize it though. Ooh, it even gives us what I could have sworn I asked for in chat. Let's see how this looks. Let's go. Okay, that's kind of butchered, but that's okay. Yo, working. And we go here, it's persistent. Weird bug though, again. Let me actually just try to do a hard, oh. There we go. Let me just try to tab in and out one more time. Yeah. Yeah, so I'm about to send you another screenshot on Discord, but that bug has come back where if we tab out and go back into chat, it creates those duplicate lines showing, you know, what model we're using, the context window, percentage, etc., etc. Listen, this is very minor. It doesn't hinder you from being effective. But visually, I would rather not see this. So let's dial this in. And since we can't attach screenshots there yet, at least, there we go. Yeah, one place for all. Exactly. Like, it was the same issue with MuddyOS. Like, originally I was building out this OS to kind of visualize and structure everything, right? And I kept finding myself jumping between MuddyOS and OpenClaw dashboard, and I hated it. I just wanted to work out of one place. So I'm taking the same approach to Product OS. Originally, I tried rebuilding the Hermes dashboard, but I realized that was going to be a bad idea long term. So I decided to instead create certain links and mirrors to where Product OS's ops modules simply is a direct reflection of the Hermes Agent dashboard, so that this doesn't change at all, right? And then as I continue to add more modules, these are placeholders right now, but I'm going to be creating custom plugin modules that are essentially going to replicate whatever these modules are, right? So it's very modular in that sense, without breaking or altering any of the Hermes Agent core data. That's like the main thing, because as we update, as newer versions release, a lot of that work is going to get replaced if you work on those core Hermes Agent file structures and config files and et cetera, et cetera. Does that make sense? So that's why I'm taking this approach, to make sure that as Hermes improves and evolves and updates, Product OS is actually still relevant, still works, more importantly, and then I don't have to redo a whole bunch of work. And then to answer your question, how did I integrate the chat and terminal in Hermes localhost? I honestly just asked. I was doing a demo. I have a video dropping on Sunday for that one. But if you don't want to wait for the video, just try talking to your Hermes agent and say, hey, I'd like to incorporate the terminal user interface into our dashboard. That's literally all I said. But if you wanted a command line for it, it's Hermes space dashboard space dash dash TUI. And what it'll do is it'll incorporate the TUI within your Hermes dashboard. Oh, let's actually pop that back over there for now before. All right, that's set. I can minimize that. Yeah, this is where I discovered it. I have a video dropping tomorrow for the beginners mainly, right? Like how to install Hermes Agent on a Windows-based machine. And then through that, I was like, okay, that's one video. Very simple, very straightforward. And then the second video are hidden features within the Hermes Agent dashboard. Now, a lot of people don't know, at least the beginners don't know, that Hermes Agent comes with the dashboard. You just have to ask for it. So that's one of the hidden features. The second hidden feature is how to set up Claude code in the CLI, so that you can have your subagents use Opus 4.7 or Sonnet for that matter, to do certain work. And then last but not least is that TUI within the Hermes Agent dashboard. So that video it's honestly more so for beginners, but I think it'll be super valuable. Just 3 quote unquote hidden features, even though they're technically not, like, you don't build them from scratch. It's just teaching people about certain features they may not know about, essentially, is the structure around Sunday's drop. Looking good. So let's go back to ops. Still a little buggy, but you know what? Oh, it cleaned itself up. Okay. But look, persistent memory across the 2. I love it. Wonderful. Now, I don't know what happened, but it didn't listen to me as far as using my logo for Product OS. But I guess that's okay for now. The only thing I don't like, I think that's a feature for another day. That's a feature for another day. Yeah, of course, no problem. Yeah, like, I was gonna build one from scratch, but I discovered that we can just incorporate the TUI into the dashboard. The one negative I'm noticing off rip is you can't drag images in as reference points. So that's one negative about it. I'm sure they'll incorporate that functionality at some point. But that's why anytime I want to attach an image, I sharing screenshot from the TY session. I have a certain thread that I'm just dragging stuff into. And yeah. Listen, as much as I want to keep jamming, I need to get into the editing flow because I am behind on edits this week for long form videos. So yeah, take a little quick lunch break and get to editing so I can schedule these videos out over the course of the weekend so I can get done with some spring cleaning this weekend and then hopefully some Infra Saturday work if I have the time. So yeah, listen, thanks for stopping by. Thanks for spending your Friday with me. Thanks, JWRK. I believe you're new. If you're not, forgive me, but welcome. Thank you for being here. Appreciate you. Thank you, Ryan. Thank you, Mr. Baker. Why can't I pin? Why is that scrolling all the way down? Thank you, Level Up. Thank you, Ryan. Thank you, Mr. Baker. Thank you, JF. Thank you, Ankitra. Thank you, Maestro. Thank you, Derek, for stopping by. Rue and Sharma. Well, hope you guys enjoyed the weekend. Whether you're watching this live or the recording, next week's schedule is going to be Monday, Wednesday, and Friday because I do have to schedule some things out for Tuesday and Thursday. So yeah, until then, happy building. Go touch some grass this weekend. Hope you enjoy yourselves. Yeah, Pokemon. Appreciate you. Thank you, Baker. I'm actually using Codex as the orchestrator for Hermes, doing all the changes from Codex, so the token burn is way less. Nice. That's smart. That's smart. Yeah, listen, I do have the $200 a month OpenAI plan, and I'm just running it to the ground, seeing if I can max it out. I've gotten close to a 5-hour window of maxing it out, but I haven't fully maxed it out yet, which is awesome. And I'm using that sub across multiple systems. So it's pretty efficient. So I think once I start maxing things out more consistently, if that ever occurs, then I'll start to take that approach. But listen, hats off to you for finding a nice workaround to save some money and save some token burn. But once again, thank you everybody for spending time with me on your Friday. Hope you have a great weekend. We'll be back at it Monday. Until then, happy building. Cheers.